How's it going, guys? Welcome to another episode of Crossover Clan Wars. And before we get any further into the introduction, as we quickly want to start this video by saying that the title is, of course, just a joke. Guys, don't take it too seriously, okay? I just had some really funny situations in this game, and I want to address why these situations occur with the KiDdInG helmet. And basically, I ended up in a lot of duels where I was the last one standing in this video. It actually all took place on one single session of Clan Wars. The first two games are straight after each other. It's literally 2 games in a row where this happens. And yeah, as you've probably seen from the thumbnail, it's just funny that some people have claimed that I wait to be the last one to make myself look good. It's quite funny. It's always a pleasure to read. Like, I find those comments rather funny and rather entertaining. So yeah, not specifically asking for you guys to write them, but just, yeah, I get a good laugh from it, and that's always a good thing to get from these games. So nevertheless, what I have for you today is that I am finally back on the KiDdInG, because it is probably, after all, besides the Horizontal Mandrake, the build that I play the second best. I just feel like I have good positioning on the build. I feel like I have good timing on the build. I feel like I have good team play on the build. If you ask some people, then probably nope. But we don't mind too much about that. What we mind about is just the gameplay in the video. And as you can tell here from the first game, now this was a bit of a bummer. I would have so much wanted to just break these faces. Oh, and also someone told me not to spoil the way that these games go. So you haven't heard anything besides the fact that I am right now in a 1 versus 4. You can see from my positioning here that I am just, you know, trying to keep a distance to them at all times. They have the incinerator, and I don't want to get close to him, because at this point I was quite sure that he had a cap can. I didn't really remember if he had a cap can or not on the build. It also didn't really matter. I just wanted to keep a distance on them at all times, since there were still 2 people with weapons, and those dogs could, worst case scenario, easily ram me to death because the cabin is exposed. So my focus is that I just wanted to deal damage to whoever had weapons still. When I got them out of sight, which I tried to get from just KiDdInG, I would, you know, automatically just turn to the dogs and try to deal some damage to them. But the incinerator gets a good position on me here. He rams my cabin, and bam, I take a lot of damage. I have 7 HP left, and his incinerator shot can just finish me off. Honestly, if he hadn't gotten the ram damage, I could have taken them. I'm 100% sure. But we're not gonna let that ruin the rest of this clip. Moving on to the second round, we tried to push up here again, and now look at my positioning. The way that I stay alive on my KiDdInG hover a lot is, first of all, the team that I'm playing with, because I'm playing with, you know, 2 dogs. They will inevitably die when we go in versus a team like this, because there is a lot of like instant damage, and it's honestly a 50-50 if Fiki or I get lanced. So I guess my bad for not getting lanced. He chose Fiki, not me. That is what it is. I can't really do anything about it. But as you can see from my positioning though, and this is what I like to do, I always want to make sure that I can outposition the enemies, so that I don't have to have too many enemies looking at me at a time. I choose to go for the dogs and see if I can clean those up to hopefully just save our dog there before he dies. He goes down though. If I can free him before I switch to the next target, then he can be of help to kill the last 2 here. Sadly though, he does die. So what I just try to do here with my position is that I just, you know, try to at all times put pressure on one to force him back, and then go to the other one and put some pressure on him, just so that I, you know, constantly only have 1 target on me. And that is the way I like it the most. If I have to juggle with 2 persons at all in a situation, at all times in a situation like this, then it's just not gonna be an easy fight in any way. So I would just like to not have that. It succeeds pretty well for me though. I just take my time here with the incinerator. I don't want to risk anything. I know he has a cabin perk from the Blight that will deal a ton of damage to me, and there we go. There's the cap can that I thought of in the first round, so I was actually right. But besides that, as you can see, it actually worked out quite well to just juggle with those 2, you know, a bit back and forth, putting some pressure on one side forces people back. And you will also see me utilize that a lot here in the third round as well, where I just constantly switch my aim, because being pushed by the melees will just, you know, have them attack you a lot and will be a huge stress factor. So a way that you can prevent this is just by keep firing at all of them, because they will feel like they are taking damage, and that will make them fall back eventually if they feel like they sit in a bad position, or if they feel like they might end up dying. So I do switch my target a lot when we don't really have one designated target, because eventually they will go down if they've taken enough Helios hits. So spreading out the damage and focusing one at a time really depends on the situation. And in a situation like this, where it is just, you know, a full-on head-to-head fight where everybody's just in and taking damage, I just want to see if I can pressure people until the opportunity comes to me to get a kill, which then slowly here does now, where it's just me and Fiki left. I'm fighting with you know, the Incinerator. I get him pushed off, and then the other what's he called? I think he's running Equalizers and not Arbiters. I don't remember if it's Equalizers or Arbiters. I have been so trashy at trying to record the intros as well, where you actually see builds, and you will see this in this video, and I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to get through it though, but Fiki has a dog on him, and he also has the Incinerator on him, so as I get free because I killed the Equalizer, I can rotate down to him and finish off the Incinerator build, and Fiki easily finishes off the dog. So that's it for the first round. There you go. About time that I can say that this was a win indeed, and I feel like we should just move on to the second game. Now the second game here is versus a clan that always runs some very weird builds. We often face them, and we always see these strange builds. Now, full respect for having builds that are not the usual meta that you will see everywhere. I find this very nice to see. So good job to them. I don't mind it at all. I think it's great to just see different builds that you don't see always. So really nice. We had a first game here versus them where it's a pretty even fight at most times. Smoke does something here in this game that is very clever, and if you guys are trying to run this setup where you have 2 hovers, 2 dogs, watch how he, as soon as I start pushing to mid, you know, Smoke just returns from his retreat and is there to help me again. You can see him just going up there to lay a cap can, but as soon as I get into a fight, he's there to just back up, and then we instantly have a situation where he can go in, tank a lot of damage, spark people to slow them down, just create a distraction, and I can just sit in the background, lob and fire at the enemy, which is like really effective for how he is, if you can just get to sit there at a close range so that he can focus his shots while you have a dog just chasing them down. And as you can see, he does such a good job at just pinning down the enemy throughout this entire fight, and it's really easy for me to just go ahead and finish off the enemy this way then when he does that. And also he just bam ends up getting a pop on that, and I get a lucky last hit, which is nice. So it's just Fiki left with 2 guys over there. He is holding up on versus both of them, which is nice, so I'm trying to go help him. The Goblin is there. Fiki finishes off the Typhoon Tsunami meat grinder thing. And we only have 1 task left, and that is to chase down the last guy and get a kill on him, which we also do quite nice. I think I can say that now. So he gets pretty crippled in the tunnel because Fiki popped him, and it's just left for us to kill him. So moving on to the second round, we tried to push up here this time. We just want to claim some ground on them. They were kind of slow to leave the base, and I really just want to get out there and get as much ground as possible, as quickly as possible. In these situations, I find that to be the most convenient thing to do, simply because you have more room to fall back on when they have these close range builds like a Hammerfall, a Draco, a Goblin. They have a lot of close range builds, so you want some ground to move on and some ground to rotate on. And if you squeeze them up into a corner like we've done here, they are getting mildly surrounded here. It's so much easier for us to fall back in case they actually do go and attack us, and you will see that from this clip. I start falling back as soon as I see that cloak. Realize that they do not engage us though, so I'm not just instantly gonna fall back, but then they start pushing the other side. So and in this situation I actually sort of get pinched in between enemies, so I try to keep an eye out for the map and try to watch where that dude goes. Here I see a window to reposition into the mid so that I can retreat through mid in case it's needed. So I instantly reposition myself over here while the dudes are fighting, because that means that I have an open window. I then see the guy on the map cloaking, and I don't know where he went, so for safety I just decloak mid in case he actually went that way. As you can see, he didn't though, so kind of fortunate for me, he shows up straight in front of me, which means that I can easily take shots at him. And at this point, I'm just trying to juggle between them so that if they cloak, I can always try to decloak them. And I just keep on trying to decloak, and luckily I get that decloak on the Hammerfall because I had no idea where he was, so getting him back on the map was really nice. This situation though I don't really understand, because I would fully expect them to go try to take the cap. They just never do though. They never really go take the cap, and they could have gotten a free point at this at this time here, because the Draco is just trying to push me. So had he pushed me away and the Goblin and the Hammerfall would have gone to cap, then they could have taken a literal free kill on me. But they decided not to. Their fault. It's I'm not gonna complain about it, to be honest. It's always nice to get those games where the enemy does some weird stuff. So yeah, that's that game is coming to an end. I forget to bubble there. My team tells me to bubble, which is nice. So really cool. And yeah, that's slowly it for the second game. There is 2 games left, and in order to not fully spoil them, I will let you guys enjoy the rest of the 2 games. There is 2 really good games in it, and again, some funny games. I end up being alone again in the next game that is coming up, so do go ahead and hate me for doing so. And of course, sorry to my team for letting them die just so that I can look good. Yeah, you know, that's just what I do. So on that note, don't forget to hit that subscribe if you feel like I always leave my team to die, because that is some immense gameplay as you are about to see. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Don't forget to like as well. Until next time, have an awesome day. Bye.
Cloaked up.
Yeah. I'm heading in now on the spider. One just cloaked by me. Ooh. Yep.
I'm a bit late, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Focus also. He didn't die.
Come back, Mike. Come back to the team.
Come down.
I can hardly move.
Oh shit, yep, I'm coming towards you.
Peaky, can you focus the spider?
Nice. Where did he go? Holy shit.
He went.
He's over here behind me. He's burning. He's burning.
Yeah.
He's right beside
Oh yeah, I was more just talking about the spider because he just popped. Yeah, that was a great job, Mike. Great surviving. Alright, if they want to give us ground, just take him.
Yeah. I'm recharging cloak.
There we go, got some free damage on the tsunami. He's falling back. I'm gonna go down, shoot down on him. I have no clue what they're doing right now.
Okay, Mike, let's go in.
Alright.
Whee!
Focus this tsunami. He's great.
Oh, 3 dogs on me.
Oh wow, nice hit by him. I was an idiot. I overstayed. I only
I
had
need
one
help.
left.
Tsunami's dead.
Good job. I'm trying to get to you, Smoke.
Have 3 on me. And I'm a cap.
Watch your right, Treeberg. That might be.
Yeah, I think he floated over there.
Gee, right in front of you.
Fuck.
Oh shit! One game, one gun miracle here.
You can do it.
Behind you.
Nice.
And 3 seconds, one is gonna hit me from behind. Wanna bet?
Aegis.
Yeah, it's you already.
on our cap is going. Because
Oh, just fucking die. Don't get that point, you bitch.
I'll block it on the left side. I
Sounds
think.
bait.
Still have 2.5 minutes.
I'm gonna go for the cab. Do you think they still have a Doppler? I'm gonna go with that he's down here. And if he's not, then it's shit. Yeah.
There you go.
So, if he leaves, then he has a Doppler. If he doesn't, then he does not have a Doppler. And then, oh shit, he does have a Doppler. Nah!
Nice.
Nice. And
Even nicer.
yeah, the meta just only one Helios and shields.
Yep. This last guy was down here, right?
Yeah, I think he's kind of crippled.
I'm gonna go with he's right there. Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, at this point, you could go sit on cap. Never mind.
Oh, wow. Oh shit, he's so fast though.
Yeah, he's so light.
Shoot a wheel.
Kill him.
Is he gonna jump?
Yeah.
And then he's gonna
30
go
seconds.
left. Yep, he'll die. Oh wait, maybe he won't. Oh
Maybe he
shit
is.
balls. Yes, yes, yes. Good, 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 good. Show up here.
Oh.
Of course. Yeah, take the smoke point.
If you push down, then I'm down
Melee.
here to help.
Fuck.
Alright.
Melee got me. Nice 3.
Nice job, Mike.
Kom igen då. Nej.
That one near you was burning tree. Nice. Nice.
The scorpion.
Big gun.
Oh.
Nice cool.
Yeah.
We have to push. Nice. Good job. Nice job.
Ooh, I'm almost dead.
Support
Shit.
fucking frame me.
Shift
Yeah, just
positions,
stay
shift
safe, Mike.
positions.
To your left, Vicky.
Pulsar lost one gun. We'll take the pulsar.
I think the Scorpion is the biggest threat at the moment. Yep.
Okay.
We should probably see if we can team up on the Scorpion instead when he is in such a good shape.
Yeah, he's in the middle of.
Where you going? Where you going? Positive. Yep, keep focusing him.
Shit, I will die. He's
He's
burning.
burning.
Yeah, it's hard for me to help you when you don't go with me. Sorry.
I thought I tried to flank the Scorpion. Knew he was coming from the banana.
Nice dodge.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
This will probably be my last one. I have to do some homework before tomorrow.
Okay.
Alright.
Surely.
Nice. I'm down. The melee just cloaked. He might come for me. I don't know. Did not. Nice. Oh wow. Pulsar shot underneath me and he took off the Aegis because of that.
Okay. So.
We need the melees in first.
You ready, Mike?
We have a cricket on by himself who's on our right side.
Going up top.
And I'm gonna have the dog here on me in just a second. To keep fighting through your stuff.
Yeah, pulsar is down.
Nice. Yep, melee just went past me. He's gonna go to you guys now. Good job.
Nice.
Just watch it, watch it. We have the extra kill. We don't have to stress anything.
Well,
Scorpion is gonna be on top of us in a sec.
we get this down.
Nice.
Nice. Scorpion left.
I hit
Oh,
him.
nice hit.
Try to cool mid.
There we go.
Nice.
Great job, guys.